I'm Brad Elliott. I do the advertising here at Pima Air Space Museum. I'd like to welcome you all out. Let's go look at some airplanes. B-29. This is the ultimate bomber. World War II introduced innovations like pressurized cabins, which is pretty important. It had remote control guns. You can come under here in the bomb bay and see where, it's kind of all the bombs are dropped from here. And then there's one on the other side that you can see. This particular B-29 flew, I want to say, 32 combat missions, plus it flew during our show force flyover when the Japanese officially surrendered in Tokyo Bay. We flew a bunch of our aircraft over as a flex, and this was one of them. So it was there on VJ Day. These are pretty rare, just given the nature of the airplane. These are two specifically designed kamikaze aircraft. So when Japan started using the kamikaze technique, they were using their fighter jets and training fighter pilots. Well, that's an expensive thing to do, just to crash your airplane. So they eventually started building these cheap, aircraft that were designed to not return. This one was dropped from a bomber, no takeoff or landing equipment. This one, once it took off, would lose its landing gear. So there were, this is the kind of thing that, the place that they got to at the end of the war to save their aircraft, to save money and make sure they had enough fighters that could still take to the sky. This is a P-51D. It's the most produced P-51, which is America's, that was our fighter during World War II. This one was rebuilt out of several different P-51s, so we kind of have the freedom to paint it whichever paint scheme we want to when it's not really just one aircraft. So we're telling the story of Bad Angel with this one. Lieutenant Curtis was a P-51 pilot who is one of three Allied fighter pilots that took down Nazi, Italian, and Japanese airplanes. So he got the trifecta. Very rare. You'll also see on there an American flag, because at some point he saw a cargo ship flying into a Japanese controlled airstrip. Well, that cargo ship had lost its radar, it lost its communications, and it was running out of fuel, so it had to land, not knowing that it was going into Japanese controlled airstrip. If they had landed there, everyone on board would have been killed or tortured. So Curtis sees this plane, he takes out both of its engines, forces it to land over water. They were rescued, and he ended up saving everyone aboard that plane's life. So they graced him with a American flag kill as well, which you won't see anywhere else.